In this video, I will guide you on how to use Google Forms inside your Google Drive to create forms, surveys, and quizzes. First step inside our Google Drive, we need to click on New Google Forms. Uh, the main page of Google Form will open. You will see that by default it is titled as Untitled Form. We need to click here and rename it, for example, Form number 1. You will notice that when I named it, it will be directly saved inside our Google Drive. Each changes will be automatically saved. And also the title of the form also changed from to form number 1. Below form number 1, I have a default question added. I will remove it for now. If I need to delete a question, what I need to do is to click on the delete icon, and it will be deleted. At the right side, we have this box is to add a question. The second is to import question from another Google form. I can add a title and description. For example, if I have set of questions and I need to add a title and descriptions before them, I can add title and descriptions. I can add an image. Also, I can add a video. For example, to add a video from YouTube can be watched, and then to add a question related to this video. Add a section like pages. For example, let's decide that I need to my form is to collect information. I can at the first page will I need personal information. Second sections or second page to upload files, and third page, for example, for skills. I add another section. For section number 2, as I said, upload files. I can add description. Please upload all required files. Section number 3, for example, for skills. Please fill all questions, for example, inside skills page. Now, if I need to add, let's start with the first section. But before, notice that after section 1, it will continue to next section. So when the user fills the section number 1 or page number 1 and click next, he will be redirected to section number 2, and after section number 2, he will be redirected to section number 3, and after section number 3, he can submit the form. So let's start with form number 1. Or to working inside the section number 1, I click inside section number 1. Let's add information, personnel. Please fill personnel information. Let's start. I will add a first question. By default, the type of question is multiple choice, but Google has a smart detection. So if, for example, if I type what is your name, the type of question will be directly changed to short answer. Here I can duplicate question, I can delete. Also, I can set the question as required. So now the required is disabled. If I click on required, it will be required to be filled. So the user can't skip it at all. He is required and enforced to fill this information. Here I can add a description. For example, add your full name. Also, I can add response validation. For example, as a length or text must contain, or for example, let's length maximum character 50. So the full name must not be greater than or from 50 character. Let's duplicate the question. Now, instead of what is your name, it will be asked what is, for example, personal email address. Here, add your I will remove description. Short and for validation, for example, I will add text. It must be an email address. Also required. Let's add, duplicate the question, your work email, for example, but for work email, I will set the required as false, so the user will not be enforced to add a work email. Let's try to add now, for example, birth date. Also notice when I add birth date, Google automatically change the type of question to date. So the user need to select a date, not type a date. I will set the question also as a required. Here no need, I can add include time, no need for time in birth date. I can add also a description, no need here for description. Birth date is enough. I will add, for example, another question, mobile number. Mobile number, also short answer, required. I will add description, add your country code, for example. In response validation, for example, number, length, maximum length, for example, 11, must not be greater than 11 character, including the country code. Now, let's also starting working time. Google directly change the type to time, also required. Or let's name a preferred, starting working time. Let's duplicate it. It will be duplicated, ending working time. Also, let's finally add to this section one final question, biography. Also, Google directly changed the type to paragraph. I will set it also as required. Let's add response validation, maximum number of character, 1000. Usually it will be used to paragraph. Now I finished the section number 1. Let's start with section number 2 in upload files. So to working to section number 2, I click inside section number 2. Now I add a question. For example, upload your CV. I will change the type to file upload. Now I can allow only specific file type. Usually CV is PDF or document. So yes, I need to allow only specific type of files. I will enable document and PDF. The maximum number of allowed files, CV, so maximum number 1 file, and maximum file size 10 megabyte. Also, I will set this question as required. Also, here I can add description, but no need to add a description. I will duplicate this question. Here I will ask to upload your cover letter, for example, cover letter, also with specific type of files, maximum number of allowed files, also 1, and maximum file size 10 mega. That's enough for section number 2. In section number 3, for example, I will add skills, for example, in English skills. I will add, for example, very bad, or let's just see type, bad, good, very good. Also, I will set this question as required. Here, shuffle option order. Shuffle option order is usually used when we do an exam or a quiz. So if two students, for example, receive the same question, the option inside the question will be shuffled. I will add another question, for example, what is your skills in Microsoft Office? Here I will change the type to linear scale from 1 to 5, from very bad to very good. Also, I will set the question as required, and this is the format of linear scales question. Detailed office skills. Here, I will choose checkbox grid. For example, in Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Also, I can add columns. For example, I need them from very bad, bad, neutral, good, very good. Required, yes, I need in each row, I need at least what answer. So in the row number 1 for Word, he need to choose one of from very bad to very good. Also for Excel, also for PowerPoint. Here I can limit, we need to change just a type from checkbox because I can't choose very bad and bad in the same row, so I will make it multiple choice grid. So required in each row, and you need to limit one answer per column. No need for this, I limit to one answer per column, because if I choose the very bad, I can be very bad or very good in Word and Excel, so no need to limit to one response per column. One answer per column, it can be used for matching question. For example, if in row number 1, I choose column number 1, I can't use the column number 1 in row number 2. Shuffle row order. For example, if here I have row number 1 Word, row number 2 Excel, row number 3 PowerPoint. If I shuffle row order, for one user will be Word number 1, Word as row number 1 for some user, and for other users, Excel may be the row number 1. Also, no need. Also, all what I need to do is to require a response in each row. Multiple grid choice and checkbox grids have the same concept. Just in checkbox, I can choose multiple in the same row, but for radio button, I can choose only one option. Here, and when I request to fill skills, I no need. I need to choose one option in each row. Finally, what I need to mention here, image and video are used usually. For example, I can add an image. I will upload an image, for example. The image will be added. Usually, we image and video used in exams, most likely in exams. So I can add image, and after that, for example, here, image number 1, and below it, I can add, for example, a question. What you see in the image. I can add, for example, multi check boxes, river, trees, inbox, fire. Also, I will set this option as required. This in general, the same concept is for video. I can add a video and a question related to this video. This now I built my form. Here I can preview my form. So if I click here, I can preview my form. I fill. I go to next to go to page number 2, and next to go to page number 3. I will go to customize my theme. I can add a header to my form. So I will choose, for example, an image. I will choose, I can upload an image or photos, or I can choose from themes. I will choose from themes. I will choose, for example, this image. I will insert it as a header to my form. I can choose the color, what color I need to be applied as theme. Also, I can change the background and the font size. For example, I can choose this font size. Here you can see how it changed. I will keep the basic font size. Uh, Now, finally, for settings in general, I need to collect email address. So I need to know the email address who submitted to me the form. Response receipts. So here, the user can receive copy of their responses. Yeah, I can choose yes, always who submits the form will be received, or only if the respondent requests it. Require limit to one response. If I need to submit to receive only one form from each email, so I need to limit to one response. Here is the option response can edit after submit. So if the user submitted a form, if I need to enable him to edit after submit, I need to check this checkbox as in to be enabled. No, if no, I need to uncheck it. The user can see summary and text responses. If yes, I need to allow him. Maximum size of allowed files of all files uploaded. So maximum files of all files, for example, for CV, for cover, for all files together is to 1 giga. Presentation, in the type of presentation, I can show progress bar. Progress bar, for example, if he answered basically used in questions and quizzes. For example, if I have 10 questions, I say him you answer 2 of 10, 3 of 10. Shuffle question order also used basically in exams. So if one user have this question as number 1, for other users this specific question will be question number 10 for another user. Uh, Show link to submit another response. Here is disabled because I limited to one response. If I uncheck this and go back to here, the user will have a link to submit another link. But if I check to limit to one response in a presentation, this option will be disabled. This is the message that will be received by the user when he filled all the information and submit the form. Here, in case of quiz, I can make this a quiz, and I need to assign for each question a grade. In another tutorial, I will try to create a quiz, and we will see how this option will be helpful to import and automatically get grades. After I finish what I need to settings in settings of my form, I need to click on save. Now my form has been saved. Finally, I can preview again after I applied the style. You will hear. Also, I can send. Now for send, here I can, for option, I can do a copy from my Google from my form. I can delete it. I can get pre-filled link. I can print it. I can add collaborators as administrator. Also, I can directly send it to someone. I will send it, for example, to user. I can here add an email, or as final step here, I can from Google Drive, get link. I can get the link and share the link with the users that I need to him, from him to submit, to fill and submit the Google form. Just we are waiting to generating the link. This is the link. I can copy the link and send it to users to fill it. Thank you.